All right, let's dive into a really fascinating story today. It's a powerful parable about the prophet Musa, a sudden storm, and a divine command that, on the surface, makes absolutely no sense. But as we're about to see, it holds a profound lesson about the true nature of mercy. And this is the real puzzle here, isn't it? It's the central question that drives this entire story and challenges how we think about justice and compassion. I mean, why would God send a prophet, a truly pious figure, to do a small favor for someone considered a sinner? Let's find out. Okay, so our story kicks off with a journey, but this isn't just any ordinary trip for the prophet Musa. It's a path that's about to lead him to a very profound and totally unexpected revelation. So picture this. Hazrat Musa, and by the way, Hazrat is a title of respect, is on a long, solitary journey. The road is tough, he's got a long way to go, but he's moving with that quiet determination you'd expect from a prophet on a divine mission. But then, out of nowhere, the weather just completely turns. The sky gets dark, clouds roll in, and a sudden, heavy downpour starts. The storm forces Musa to look for shelter, and he finds a spot under a tree to wait it out. And it's right then, in the middle of this downpour, that a command comes directly from Allah. But, it's not some grand, world-changing instruction. It's strangely specific. Go close the door of that hut you see nearby. A simple act, sure, but a very curious one for a prophet to be tasked with. So Musa, being obedient, sets out to do what he's told. But what he finds inside the hut, and more importantly, what he's about to learn about the person in there, only makes the whole situation even more mysterious. The whole thing was pretty straightforward. Musa walks up to the hut, takes a peek inside, and sees a man just passed out, sound asleep. The guy has no idea there's a storm raging, no idea Musa's even there. So without waking him, Musa quietly closes the door, just as commanded, and heads back to his shelter. Back under the tree, Musa is just scratching his head, right? He asks a question that seems perfectly logical. He's thinking, oh Allah, this man must be incredibly righteous, maybe even more righteous than I am, for you to send me on a personal mission to help him. It's a very human assumption to make when faced with a divine mystery. And this is where the entire story just flips on its head. The answer that Musa gets is not at all what he was expecting. It's a revelation that's going to completely reframe how he sees this whole situation. And there it is, the twist. Allah's response is a complete shocker. The man isn't pious at all. In fact, he's a disobedient servant, someone who has earned God's displeasure. So right away, Musa knows this command had nothing to do with rewarding a good person. This lays it out so clearly, doesn't it? On one side, you have what Musa thought was happening, a pious person getting a divine favor. And on the other, you have Allah's reality. It was actually a disobedient servant. This massive gap between human perception and divine knowledge is exactly what makes the story's final lesson so powerful. So this leads to the ultimate question, the one that gets right to the heart of it all. If the man is a sinner and God is displeased with him, then the command makes even less sense now. Why would you send a prophet to protect him from the rain? Why show him any care at all? And the answer, wow, it's just breathtaking. It reveals a kind of preventative mercy. Allah explains that if even a single raindrop had fallen on that sleeping man, the discomfort would have made him cry out God's name. And in that one simple moment of turning towards his Creator, he would have been forgiven. The command to close the door wasn't about his past. It was a profound act of compassion to shield him from a forgiveness he wasn't yet meant to receive. You can imagine this revelation just changes everything for Musa. All his confusion is gone, and it's replaced by this deep, humbling understanding of the true nature of God. Upon hearing this, Musa is moved to tears. But these aren't tears of sadness or confusion. They're tears of pure awe. He has just witnessed a dimension of mercy that's so deep, so proactive, that it operates completely beyond our human ideas of sin, punishment, and reward. His reaction is one of pure affirmation. He declares the truth that this whole experience just powerfully demonstrated, that Allah is, without a doubt, the greatest forgiver. The lesson is complete, and he understood it not through logic, but through the staggering display of divine compassion. And so this story leaves us with a question to really chew on. It suggests that true mercy isn't just a passive reaction to repentance.
but an active, searching force. It asks us to consider, what is the true measure of forgiveness, and how often does it operate in ways we simply can't comprehend? A powerful thought to end on.